Okay, we're starting. Let's go. Hi. Good morning.
Excuse me, everybody, stand up.
Stand up, everybody.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Go out to the aisles. Go out to the aisles.
Go out to the aisle.
Yeah. Aisles here. Step forward, like 5 steps.
Oh, you want us to sit forward?
5 steps. Come this way, and then go into the.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You come forward too.
Oh, we're ready. I'm pressing with you.
No.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Sharon. Well, good morning. Oh, everybody's on this side. Okay, great. Goodness. Everybody's on one side. All right. Thank you very much. We're encouraging people to sit up front. All right. We have a guest this morning. His name is Gabriel. Can you raise your hand? Thank you for coming this morning. I'm Sharon. I'll be your MC for this morning at Makawao Hongganji. Okay, we will begin our service with Vandana Tisarana, and this will be sung both in Pali and English. The music and words will be shown on the screen above. Okay, please rise if you're able to.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance.
Please be seated. We'll now sing the Gasha with Avita. The words will be shown on the screen. This will be followed by quiet sitting.
With deep joy and gratitude, I show with Amida, trees and grasses and flowers, all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I show with Amida, flowers bloom and flowers grow, from the seeds of new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I show with Amida, springtime brings the happy birds, their songs of praise Amida. I join them in their moods too. I show with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I ashore with Amida, now Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great tower guides my life. I ashore with Amida. The virtue of Amidasa is shared equally by all, together aiming awakening mind. We are born in the land of Namanda, it's Namanda, it's Namanda, it's Namanda. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet up. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
We'll now have offering of incense and offertory. The offering of incense is an ancient ritual, an ancient rite of, purification. Excuse me, start over again. The offering of incense is an ancient rite of purification and the practice of making an offering in gratitude for this moment of this day of this unrepeatable life.
Yeah, they changed some things, so it's hard to read.
Thank you very much. We'll now recite the golden chain of love. Let us begin. I am
In a middle with the golden chain of love that stretches around the world, I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that my life now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. Therefore, in Amita's golden chain of love, be bright and strong, may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amita.
now children's story time, or Dharma story time.
Live from Makawao, this children's Dharma story time. Starring Barkley the dog and Lucy the ladybug. Where's Lucy? There's Lucy. Lucy the ladybug. Hey, what happened? Y'all didn't get the memo? You're supposed to be wearing costumes. Too bad we can't turn the camera around because nobody's wearing costumes except me and Michan. So, Michan, let's come in front of the camera here. So now, oops, it's me, Barkley the dog, and Lucy the ladybug. Okay, let's turn around and get fashion show. Okay, so next time we'll send out another memo. You're supposed to be wearing costumes today. It's Sunday, Monday, okay? Very good. Well, thank you very much, Michai. You look lovely. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see. So good morning. It's me, Bark Little Dog, the rascal dog. And look, Sensei looks like me. That's okay. So, mahalo for joining us here in historic Makawao town on the beautiful island of Maui in the great state of Hawaii. And let's see, Barkley, why don't you put on the magic glasses from Maui Optics and see who's here with us this morning? Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Lucy, let's see. I can see Elias and Emily, and Glenn and Tyrus and Tori and Benji, and Lynn and Kyle and Gary and Mike and Nolan and Corin, and Linda Martelli and Wesley, Sarah and Lindsay, Karen, Kenneth, Melody and Candace in Hawaii and Honolulu, and Maddie in Colorado. Oh, wait, we sure have a lot of friends to join us today. Well, that's a good thing, because it's one of Sensei's favorite stories, because today's story is Waiting. Waiting by Kevin Hankins. Waiting by Kevin Hankins. This book is dedicated for Paul and Duigo. There were 5 of them, and they were waiting. The owl with spots was waiting for the moon, and the pig with the umbrella was waiting for the rain, and the bear with the kite was waiting for the wind. The puppy on the sled was waiting for the snow. The rabbit with stars wasn't waiting for anything in particular. He just liked to look out the window and wait. When the moon came up, the owl was happy. It happened a lot. When the rain came down, the pig was happy. The umbrella kept her dry. When the wind blew, the bear was happy. The kite flew high and far. When it finally snowed, the puppy was happy. He waited a long time. The rabbit was happy, just looking out the window. Sometimes one or the other of them went away, but he or she always came back. Sometimes they slept, but mostly they waited. Sometimes gifts appeared. Once a visitor arrived from far away. He stayed a while. Then he left and never returned. They saw many wonderful, interesting things. And of course, there's always the moon, and the rain, and the wind, and the snow to keep them happy. One day, a cat with patches joined them. Was she waiting for the moon? No. Was she waiting for the rain? No. Was she waiting for the wind? No. Was she waiting for the snow? No. She didn't seem to be waiting for anything in particular. Oh, but she was. Now there were 10 of them, and they were happy together, waiting to see what would happen next. The end. Dude, Willie, wasn't that a great story? What part did you all like? Hey, Melanie, what part did you like? Really? I love that part too. Ooh, wait, I loved how the puppy on the sled, I I love that because, I've never even seen snow, and I never ever rode a sled on the snow. Ooh, that sure looks like fun. And the little puppy was extra happy when it snowed because it was extra special. Because it doesn't snow every day, you know what I mean? How about you, Lucy, the ladybug, the love of my life? What part y'all like? Oh, no, Lucy's over here. Mahalo for asking, Barkley. I loved how the 5 buggies were happy together, just waiting to see what would happen. Each of them loved something different, so each of them was waiting for something different too. And they were just happy together, waiting to see what would happen next. If you're happy when your friends are happy, then you can always be happy together all the time. Hey, that's right. How about you, Sensei? Well, that cat with the patches sure surprised me. I thought she was just one cat who came to play, but surprise, surprise, surprise. Suddenly, there were 5 new cat buddies to play with, and that sure was a big surprise. Hey, Sensei, I think you got the wrong voice there. Now there are 10 buddies who are happy together, waiting to see what happens next. Life is full of surprises, and it's fun to share them with your buddies. Hey, there you go again, Sensei, getting all profound. Hey, I keep forgetting you're Sensei. Oh, Barkley, you're such a rascal. Ooh, well, you got that right, loose like a bug, love my life. Well, as they say, all good things come to those who wait. Ooh, wait. Well, how about if you can't wait, leave some refreshments for everybody else, okay? Oh, Barkley, always the rascal, you're so silly. I love you. Okay. We go to the social hall and grab some refreshments, and then we wait. Yeehaw! Oh, Barkley, you had me at refreshments. We go fade to black. So remember, kids, be good. But not too much! Okay. You mind if I take the hat off? It's actually quite warm. So be good, but not too much. Oops, it just keeps going. There we go. So today, the adult talk for the adults, or the Dharma talk for the adults, I'd like to talk about this idea of waiting. I really love this story. It's kind of an interesting story. Like a lot of the children's stories, it's actually more for adults than it is for the kids. So these are things that the expressions you hear, right? What are you waiting for? But we also have the expression, wait for it. If you follow social media, this is very popular. So let's begin with that. So all good things come to those who wait. Now, the Buddha never said that. This phrase actually is thought to be an English proverb. It's not considered the wisdom of the Buddha. And ironically, right, all good things come to those who wait is often used to gently scold children, right, or adults. Right? If you're being impatient, someone's going to say, all good things come to those who wait. As Americans, culturally, right, we would agree with the Bible, patience is a virtue. But just to be clear, the Bible actually never said that either. It's not, those exact words are not in there, but certainly the Bible contains a lot of wisdom that talks about the value of patience, and patience being a virtue. But just to be clear, the Old Testament and the New Testament, it doesn't actually include this exact phrase. But we probably agree, right, that this is wisdom, that this is true. So how about Buddhists? So let's flip to this one. So this is the words of Nenyo Shonin. Listen to the Buddhist teachings, even if you must take time from your daily business. To believe you will listen when you have some spare time is shallow thinking. There is no tomorrow in listening to the Buddha Dharma. The wisdom of Nenyo Shonin, the 8th chief priest of Honkachi. Not Honkachi. Now, Nenyo was saying this back in the 15th century. And as you know, the Mahayana stream of Buddhism, of which the Pure Land tradition is part. So the Jodo tradition, the Pure Land path are part of it. We emphasize the path of the Bodhisattva, which is based on the 6 paramita perfections, which actually is also based on the 8-fold path of the Noble Ones. So it's all kind of going back to the teachings of the original Buddha. And patience is one of the paramitas, one of the things that you must perfect to become Bodhisattva. So patience is one of the 6 paramita. In Sanskrit, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but santi. In Japanese, ninniku. But if you speak Japanese, it's not that kind of ninniku. It's not garlic. It's patience in this case. So the paramita of perfection can be understood in this way.
In the face of difficulty and injury, to practice patience and forbearance by calming the mind and not giving rise to anger and hatred. And so this is, so in the discourse and the stages of concentration practice, the Yoga Chara Bhumi Sastra, I'm just showing up. The three elements of forbearance are described as follows: not giving rise to anger, not clinging to hatred and grudges, and not harboring ill will. And similarly, the Sutra on the Mahayana principle of the six paramitas, which I'm not going to try to pronounce, states that the perfection of forbearance requires one to transcend the discriminating mind that separates self from other and good from bad. So one way, a simpler way to think about it, is about me and not me. So this is, in the Buddha talk, this is how we view the world, right? That there's me and not me. And so when we think about good and bad, right, it's good for me or bad for me. It's all from my own perspective, my self-perspective. So the Buddha taught that born human, we have this mind of discrimination, also translated as the mind of dualistic thought, so dualistic mind. So our instinctive, fallback position is self-centeredness, the assertion of our ego self. It is the cause. The Buddha taught that our ego self is the cause of suffering for us as individuals, but also collectively as a community. And so, transcending the human mind of discrimination, becoming free of attachment to me, to my ego, to myself. And this is taught as awakening to reality as it is. The word nirvana is used, and nirvana actually refers to the extinguishing. Nirvana means extinguish the flames of self-centered desire or thirst. So nirvana is not the place where you go to. It's not heaven in that sense. It's not the pure. It is the state of extinguishing egocentric craving. So awakening to this truth, that me actually is not me, that it's all part of the same continuum. So in the sutra on the understanding profound and esoteric doctrine, the following three aspects of forbearance are described as follows. Tolerating anger and injury committed by others toward oneself, calmly accepting all suffering that befalls oneself. And 3, discerning the truth in contemplating all phenomena. So if you're Japanese or Japanese American, you begin to see that this paramita perfection is very similar to the Japanese concept of gaman, which you may have heard of, which is usually translated as to endure, to forego, or to persevere. So when we were naughty grandchildren, our beloved grandmother, Chieko Kiyohara, affectionately known as Machan, always used to say, "Otoko wa gaman desu ya." So gaman is from Buddhism, actually, and the original meaning, interestingly enough, was self-attachment. Gaman. So this self-attachment leads to this sense of superiority over others. So me, not me. Me, good. Not me, not so good. That this is, the Buddha taught that this is how our mind works. So, if you know Japanese, you can see how this need to feel superior to others leads to the word jiman, which is quite literally, right, self-satisfaction. Self-satisfaction. So to jiman, right, is to be satisfied and to think you're better than other people because of this. And it's one of the 108 bone blind passions that cause suffering in human life. So we can see there is a clear, scriptural foundation for the practice of patience and endurance. And it's popular, right? And nowadays we call patience plus endurance or perseverance, we call this resilience. Resilient organization. We need to teach our children to be resilient, which basically is about patience and endurance. So resilience in modern times is a virtue. But American culture, the American drinkers. So it's resilience equals patience plus endurance. The problem is, in American culture, the American dream really is instant gratification, right? The instantaneous fulfillment of self-centered desire. And this, of course, is the promise that's behind all branding of consumer packaged goods. So if you have a headache, oh, take Tylenol for instant relief. If you have arthritis fingers, you can't open the bottle. And I'm the guy who can't open the bottle anymore. It's hilarious. I'm like, because it hurts. So there's a pill for that. If you have a bad day at work, it's Miller time. Get drunk. That's quite a message. 50 years ago, it'd be light up a Marlboro. Feeling a little stressed out? Calm down. Hey, men in the audience, not performing like you used to do when you were 17? There's a little blue pill for that one. Shampoo, conditioners, right? Makeup, cosmetic products, legal drugs and stimulants like sugar and caffeine, separately as candy and coffee, or together as Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And increasingly, so like ethical drugs, pharmaceuticals. Oh, there's a drug for that. Can't. If you wake up a lot in the middle of the night to go pee, there's a drug for that. Take this. But ask your doctor, it might make your brain melt. If your brain starts melting, stop taking this drug. It'll be horrible. I actually worked on the first generation of that kind of advertising. You wouldn't believe the amount of stuff, the back and forth with the lawyers. Oh, that's too small, you gotta make it 8 point. We had to come up with the rules for how to put that stuff in a 15-second television commercial. But again, right, the American dream is instant gratification. Hungry? Fast food. Fast food. How much more fast food do we need on Maui? Right? I mean, we have Raising Cane's now, and we have the Dragon's now open up, and Chick-fil-A is also here. So, oh my goodness, we have all of the fast foods. So hungry, fast food, the American dream. Poof. Bored. Netflix. Hey, let's binge another 10 hours of that thing. So the solution to all problems, right, is buying something, consuming something right now to address your self-centered desires. Not happy about the election results? Let's burn down the Capitol! I'm being extreme, of course. And an instant gratification doesn't happen, right? If we don't get what we want right now, right here, right, we get angry, we get more stressed, we get more agitated, and we seek to start blaming others. So as Buddhists, right, we have to take a step back, take a deep breath, try to calm the mind, and think about this culture that we live in and how it conflicts with our Buddhist values, with Buddhist values like patience. And so Buddhist wisdom from the sutras would be... Okay, so here you go. You want some wisdom? From the sutras, the words of the Buddha. Okay, not giving rise to anger. 2, not clinging to hatred and grudges. 3, not harboring ill will. 4, transcending the discriminating mind that separates self from other and good from bad. 5, tolerating anger and injury committed by others toward oneself. Calmly accepting all suffering that befalls oneself. Discerning the truth and contemplating all phenomena. Okay, sounds easy enough. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. Let's go eat refreshments. I think I've just become the Buddha just by reading that list. So it's obviously a very tall order. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Just do it. As Enyo says, right, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow here in the Dharma. So the wisdom of Buddhism is literally infinite, and it's available to each of us right here, right now. I mean, all of these sutra references I just found them online. Panicking this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. Buddhist patience, what's that? And all this stuff pops up. So the wisdom is out there. The point being, wisdom of Buddhism is infinite, and it's right here, it's right in front of us. But it's too hard. It takes too much time. I'm busy, I gotta work. It's in Japanese, I don't understand Japanese. I want enlightenment now, the way I want it, but I don't want to work for it. And this is why it's difficult to be a Buddhist in America, because all the messages you're receiving is about instant gratification, everything you want, right here, right now, immediately, poof. And if you don't get it, it's somebody else's fault. And so the path of Nembusa, the path of Jodo Shinshu, says we have to make the effort to become aware of this ego self, our true self, and see how it dominates our thoughts and words and actions. And at the same time, we begin to see that Amida's vow to save all is working in our lives, in every aspect of this moment, this day, of an unrepeatable life. So by studying the sutra, we begin to appreciate just how easy the path of Nembutsu is, compared to the path of sages and the Mahayana path of the Bodhisattva. So if you can do all of these things that are on the slide, you don't need to come to church on Sundays and listen to the minister guy wearing a dog face mask. All you have to do in the tradition is just say, Namo Buddhas, and trust in Amida. That's it. And in fact, Homen, the teacher of Shinran, says, just say the Nembutsu and be saved by Amida. Nothing else is involved. This is Shinran's great teacher. So by saying Namo Buddhas, we begin to see the light of wisdom that's always illuminated us. And by hearing, truly understanding the meaning and significance of Namo Buddhas, the calling voice of Amida, which is saying to us, calling out to us, take refuge in Amida Buddha, Amida Butsu. Take refuge, Namo Amida. Take refuge in Amida Buddha. Your birth in the Pure Land, and becoming Buddha, and returning to this world in oneness with Amida to save others, is settled in that instant, that one thought moment of joyous faith. And then we say, now the Nembutsu of gratitude. We say, Namo Amida Butsu. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't deserve this, and yet it comes to me. Thank you, thank you. So just say, Namo Buddhas. And mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message this morning. Okay, let us all chant the Metta Sutra, the Loving Kindness Sutra, together with Reverend Q.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Amen.
We will now have the gratitude. We will now, Reverend Carrie will now lead us in gratitude meditation. Mode optics.
Yes, mode optics has classes for that. So once again, let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat. Sit up straight. Align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're breathing out, so that you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. Just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. As you breathe out, just say thank you. Say Makawao. Breathe in and breathe out. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet.
Please rise, if you're able to, and let us sing Wonderful Son, the hymn of gratitude, written by Shinran Chun, which will be found on the screens.
Listen to the Buddha's teachings, even if you must take time from your daily business. To believe you will listen when you have some spare time is shallow thinking. There is no tomorrow in listening to the Buddha Dharma. The wisdom of Nenyo Shoni, who lived in the 15th century and was the 8th Monshi, the 8th chief priest of Monshi. Not one minutes.
Please be seated. Once again, thank you for joining our Dharma Family Service, and Gabriel for joining us this morning. Do you have announcements?
So, can you believe it? We're at the month of November already. Next Sunday will be the first Sunday, so it'll be the first Sunday Dharma family service. November 13th, I'm going to be away. I'll be in Los Angeles for my father's 13th memorial service and my grandmother's 25th, which is kind of amazing. And the guest speaker will be Mimi. I'm not sure if she's going to be wearing the ladybug costume, but I'm sure if you ask nicely, she'll consider it. And then November 20th, this is the Nembutsu seminar weekend. So the guest speaker for the Sunday service will be the Reverend Bob Bushta, who's retired Bob now. And then on November 27th, this is the major service, a special service. This is a Taikyo, the perpetual memorial service. So that's the month of November. And again, the Nembutsu seminar is November 19th to 20th. You can attend in person or live stream. This is going to be your last week to sign up. So if you haven't signed up, please sign up quickly. Columbarium is open 8:30 to 5 every day. And are there any other announcements? Anybody? There's Gail.
Our next event is going to be the December 3rd garage sale. And we will begin setting up for it on November 21st after the Sunday service and the Nembutsu seminar ends. So get ready.
There you go.
Thank you very much for participating in the trick-or-treating last night. And then there are lots of kids, like 20 kids. And then 2 got the flu and couldn't come. But, we have, I don't remember how many, but the treat givers too. So thank you very much for offering those helps and everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mimi, for coordinating the event. It was better in the evening. So panties were melting. And we had a busy day yesterday with the senior program. That was spearheaded by Gail. Thank you, Gail, very much. Okay. And Allison and Bobby and Diane and Jean and everybody else. Yeah, there was a nice crowd at the center, and I think Makawao did very well. Did we, Bobby? We did well.
4,750.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, those seniors have a lot of money.
Let's double our prices.
Anyway, okay, once again, thank you very much, and please join us for refreshments in the social hall. Okay, have a great week. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.